Hello, friends. We have been learning very interesting first unit from your second paper, that is biofertilizer industries. My friends, at the end of this topic, today we are going to remember very interesting points, information, what we have learned, what we have understood in the last or previous some lectures. Means points to remember. Actually, we know that biofertilizer is a biological method of improving soil fertility, are eco-friendly and economical. So we know that in case of biofertilizer, that biofertilizer consists of a such a content, such a constituents which are improving the soil fertility. But at that time, there is no any damage causes either to the soil or to the, we have to say, that environment. Means eco-friendly is that one. And economical in the sense we know that the things whatever we are considering for the production of a biofertilizer that are available in our area, and for that one we most of times, or there is no need to depend upon anybody just to get that biofertilizer. As in case of chemical fertilizer, we know that we'll have to wait for the industry, we'll have to wait for the, we have to say that the businessmen, those who are taking to the our villages, and from the villages we have to take to our field or to the farms. So biological method of improving soil fertility are eco-friendly and economical, isn't it? Use of living organism to increase the soil fertility is a recent technology. Actually, naturally organisms were doing their job to improve the fertility of a soil, but we are saying that recent technology in the sense we have taken help of a techniques, we have developed the technology just to improve the capacity, improve the, we have to say that the fertility of soil by using some living organisms. That is a recent technology. The technique of improving soil fertility by use of living organism is known as a biofertilizer technology. So we are using the techniques of improving soil fertility with the help of a living. Also, there is a living organisms are either playing a role, means definitely playing the role, and we are interested, we have developed such a technology so that microorganisms becomes a more efficient in case of converging some raw products into the useful product, that is biofertilizer. So another interesting word I will tell to you, we have to provide a favorable atmosphere for their work, isn't it, for the natural work. So that is nothing but the technique. So biofertilizer technology word comes. So the technique of improving soil fertility by use of living organisms is known as biofertilizer. Now, biofertilizers are microbial inoculants of living fertilizer material which can increases the fertility of the soil. That is, we have studied very well. Biofertilizers cannot be used as a substitute to the inorganic fertilizer, but they are useful as a supplementary fertilizers. Actually, there are a lot of research still is to complete, or under process, we have to say that, so that such a type of statements are there. Means most of the scientists used to say that we can use biofertilizer only as a substitute to the inorganic fertilizer, but most of are saying that biofertilizer can be used as a supplementary fertilizer. So actually the experimentation is a required, isn't it? And then the scientist will have to come to conclusion. Most of times some research is to be under process. So sometimes the experienced fellow, in case of those who are using biofertilizer in their field, that experts or that views of experts will have to take out. So there are a little bit diversity in such a type of a statement. Some scientists used to say that biofertilizer cannot be used as a substitute to the inorganic fertilizer, means we'll have to use again chemical fertilizer, and biofertilizer play a role as a supplementary. So some scientists are saying that only biofertilizers are sufficient just to produce a agriculture or to increase the fertility of soil. My friends, biofertilizer improves physical and chemical nature of the soil by adding organic matter and essential elements like nitrogen, phosphorus as well as vital nutrients to soil. We will have to keep in mind physical and chemical nature in the sense EC, pH, isn't it? Again, we have to say that chemical nature because of presence of some useful elements to the plant, isn't it, that are made available with the help of a addition of a biofertilizer. So along with physical chemical conditions of the soil are to be improved with the help of a adding of a biofertilizer. So biofertilizers adds the nitrogen, phosphorus as well vital nutrients to the soil which are required for the growth of the plant. Now, nitrogen fixing biofertilizer provides the nitrogen in the absorbable form within the tolerable range to the plants. We know that, my friends. Actually, in the previous lecture also I have told you there are a 78% of a nitrogen present in the atmosphere, but that cannot be in a absorbable form. That cannot be utilized by the most of the plants. Those wants nitrogen for their growth and development. So these microorganisms plays important role to convert that atmospheric nitrogen into usable form, absorbable form to the plant in a tolerable range. So that is if we have to say that the exact role of nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. Now, microorganisms like some members of the bacteria, Rhizobium, Acetobacter, Azospirillum, and members of some blue-green algae, Anabena, Oscillatoria, Nostoc are used as a inoculant for the production of a nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. My friends, in the last lecture, previous lecture also we have got idea which bacteria, means in the examination the question may can ask, or sometimes you have to keep in mind, suppose you want to set up the industry, you have to set up the industry of a production of a Rhizobium. Definitely that is Rhizobium is the biofertilizer bacteria. Again Acetobacter, Azospirillum, again blue-green algae, also you will be able to develop some methodology to produce all these blue-green algae or bacteria in a mass form, and that inoculant you will have to sell to the farmers, isn't it, as a nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. So my friends, I always used to say you from my bottom of heart is that the syllabus has been framed not only to get the marks, just to pass the examination or just to complete the FyBSc and enter the SYBSc. Not like that one. The main aim behind this education, behind this framing of such a syllabus is that you will have to be an entrepreneur, you will have to think on that one, you will have to do research. So many more such a type of arena are there, area are there where you will be able to be work as per your interest, as per your choice. So these organisms can be produced by you as a biofertilizer. You can set up the industry. Rhizobium is a symbiotic nodule forming bacteria, because for your kind information, my friends, I have to tell to you that Rhizobium is a bacteria. Why this bacteria is known as symbiotic? Because both the partners are benefited here. That's why symbiotic association is there. Rhizobium bacteria having a capacity to develop nodule in the leguminous plant. As Rhizobium bacteria enters the leguminous plant root, the root actually, the some specific where the infection is there, at that area cells undergoes the division and redivision, isn't it? So nodule forming gene is present in the bacteria itself, isn't it? And then Rhizobium bacteria gets converted into a bacterioid, and that bacterioid root nodule, we have to say that, is the area where the atmospheric nitrogen is fixed, isn't it? And that Fixed atmospheric nitrogen in absorbable form nitrogen is utilized by the plant, and the host plant provides the other things that are nothing but the shelter and other food requirement to the rhizobium. And because of that one, there is a association, symbiotic association there. Both partners are going to get benefited from each other, and that association is known as a symbiotic association. And rhizobium is a symbiotic nodule forming bacteria because it produces nodule on the root system of a leguminous plant. Now, rhizobium biofertilizer used for pelleting seeds of a leguminous crops for increasing germination percentage and for the healthy growth. My friends, how to apply this produced rhizobium biofertilizer in the form of a pelleting, means applied to the seeds of the leguminous crops. Before sowing, this process is to be carried out by the farmers, isn't it? Now, azotobacter is a non-symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria used for the monocot crops. Here, the azotobacter never infect the plants. And here, both the partners are not benefited. Only one partner, that is the plants, are benefited by fixing atmospheric nitrogen by the azotobacter. So, azotobacter provides a nitrogen to the growing plant, monocot plants. But in return to that one, that azotobacter never get anything from the monocot crops. So here the only one partners benefited. So that's why this type of a nitrogen fixing, such type of a relation, such type of association is known as a non-symbiotic association. BGA biofertilizer, already we have seen, not only the fixes atmospheric nitrogen as well as adds vitamin B12, oxines and ascorbic acids in the soil. So these all added content are very much useful to the proper healthy growth of a plant. Means here the physico-chemical structure of the soil gets changed. Favorable atmosphere is there in that soil for the proper growth, proper yield, proper, we have to say that, development of the plant is there. That you have to keep in mind. So these things are very much important. Now my friends, the major culture media used for the culturing BGA members used as a biofertilizer are Allen and Arnon medium. Choose medium number one. My friends, as I used to say that we have to give honor to the scientist, because scientist always takes a lot of efforts to develop the technology, develop the techniques. Here actually, the when blue-green algae we want to cultivate in a or grow or produce in a large scale, in a mass scale, at that time we have to use the specific culture medium that are nothing but the Allen, which is developed by the Allen, and Arnon medium. Choose medium number one. So see, these are the names of the scientists, those who have taken efforts to develop a very interesting, very we have to say that useful culture medium for the mass cultivation of a blue-green algae, which we have to use as a biofertilizer. For the production of a biofertilizer, pit method is used. BGA, not BZ. For the production of BGA, a biofertilizer, pit method is also used. The BGA biofertilizer is used for the crops like paddy, banana and ginger. You have to keep in mind where these things are useful. Very much specific the things are there. Azolla is a genus, as we have seen. This is an aquatic fern, free floating fern with association of a nitrogen fixing BGA member and anabena. So there is an association we can find here also of this blue-green algae and aquatic fern, which is a free floating. So that also we can use as a biofertilizer. Azolla is very efficient in nitrogen fixing as well as in phosphorus accumulation. You have to keep in mind, friends, where is the requirement of nitrogen is there, where is the requirement of phosphorus there in the growth of the plant, in the development of the plant, in the development, production, or we have to say that synthesis or newly formation of a cells, there where these contents are required. Phosphate solubilizing biofertilizers are active strains of the bacteria such as bacillus, and fungi like the penicillium, aspergillus, fusarium are there. So you have to keep in mind phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer in the sense actually phosphate is available in the soil, but that is available in a non-absorbable form. Whenever we add such a type of a fungi or bacteria into the soil, this bacteria, fungi releases some chemicals, releases some acids, and that acids converts that non-absorbable phosphorus into a absorbable form, and that is made available to the plant for their growth. Now PSB are phosphate solubilizing bacteria are useful for the crops such as maize, paddy, rice, gram, soybean, cowpea and potato. Use of biofertilizer will make the soil both fertile as well as a productive without any appreciable investment. So here not that much investment is required. So already we know that are eco friendly and economical. This biofertilizer addition into soil is there, my friends. So with this, I will say thanks to you, my friends, because we know that we have learned very interesting topic, that is a biofertilizer industry. So my friends, not only see towards this topic as only a exam oriented, but you will have to take out some think on some points and try to be an entrepreneur for the production of a biofertilizer. There is a lot of, we have to say, that requirement of biofertilizers there. Everybody right now, we know that we are right now passing through, means total world is passing through very interest very, we have to say, that well-known pandemic condition, that is a corona, and that corona affecting that virus to the non-immune fellow. Those which are having a immune power strong, they will not be get, we have to say, that suffered by the infection of a many more viruses may can come out, arises in future also. So there, whenever the products are produced with the help of a biofertilizer, they are strong of their own. When such products will be eaten by the other organisms, they will be definitely